Yeah, so it's the Lexington Recording Company.
Yeah.
Formerly known.
But it's still Lundy, right?
Somebody remember that.
Dwayne Lundy.
Yeah, it's funny.
I'll correct you, because
Oh, perfect. All right, good.
he's too narcissistic to get that wrong.
I get it. Lexington Recording Company. Lexington Recording Company.
Is this the red barn?
Hello, barn burners and busters. Good to have you with us on Red Barn Radio. I'm Brad Becker. We continue to celebrate the 20th season of Red Barn Radio, and tonight we welcome you to show number 768. Huh? All right.
It's my favorite number.
It's a good number. Our guest this evening is Eric Bolander. While Eric is not from Lexington, Kentucky, where we broadcast from here, he is indeed a Kentuckian through and through. Eric has been making music for some time now, and the slew of really thoughtful songs he's put out over a relatively short period of time makes him immensely satisfying to follow. Eric was with us on Red Barn Radio at least a couple of times, and I want to say ever since then, folks have been asking us when he's going to be back. Well, he's right here. Welcome, Eric Bolander, back to Red Barn Radio.
Thanks for having me, and us. The A-Holes, the band behind me here.
Yes.
It's like an illusion. Time sits still. You may never know if it's real. I see the longing on your face, even though you try to replace. I see you crawling out the window. I hear you burning all the bridges that you know. It's like a delusion that never reveals the cold that makes us still. I see you crawling out the window. I hear you burning all the bridges
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
Hey, Eric Bolander is our guest this evening. I know you are going to enjoy his music tonight. I hope you'll also enjoy learning about where his music come from. Eric has a new album, and I think he's going to be performing at least a few tunes from that tonight. Eric has a strong connection to the place where he grew up, a clear commitment to living a thoughtful and creative life, to taking care of people. In short, this is one nice guy here tonight on the Red Barn stage, and his music bespeaks the life he lives. We're really glad to have him on the program tonight. That's Eric Bolander and These Assholes with him. That's the name of his band, by the way.
That's right.
Let's welcome back Eric Bolander.
Thank you so much. Let me get tuned up here real quick. By the way, I'm a little short on that cash I owe you, Brad, so just be easy on my knees later, you know.
It's all true.
Woo, fickle. All righty. Ready?
The only side, the coal mines, the top side. The fresh air, family. Spent your whole life living on the short side. A puppet on company string. Take all of your wishes. Your thoughts and your prayers. Lay 'em all on the whisper. The coal men just don't care. Coal men just don't care. A young girl for the dreams and aspirations sees a daddy full of pain. She wonders if the family seeks salvation, and why all the bills not paid. And take all of her wishes, her thoughts and her prayers. Lay 'em all on the whisper. Call me, we just don't care. Call me, just don't care. Come, sir. Take all of your wishes, thoughts and your prayers. Lay 'em all on a whisper. Call me, just don't care. Call me, just don't care. Call me, just don't
Thank you. So that's one of the songs that's on the new record. We put that out as a single a while back. There's also a music video that accompanies that we filmed in Harlan County, Kentucky, on the other side of the mountain of Harlan, Kentucky, in a town called Cumberland. You guys check that out. And I'm going to sing one about back home. It's called Montgomery Hill.
Wasn't just to pass the time. Summer days we spent along a ridge on the county line, up there with the west front wind. Days got longer, minds were free. Lean on my shoulder, we'll drive till the sun can be seen on Montgomery Hill, where we'll have lost ourselves on Montgomery Hill. Said myself, take me way back when. Montgomery Hill. Put my bags on the tailgate. Said, son, you'll do just fine. Hit the road up the back. Boarded on my first flight. Screamed and the sweat ran down my spine. With no regret, home was always on my mind. On Montgomery Hill, where we lost ourselves on Montgomery Hill. Said myself, take me way back when. Back when Montgomery Hill. Montgomery Hill.
Thank you. Lost my earbud and thought I was going to rear back and pull this whole mic down. It would have been interesting. Quick drink here, and we're going to play another one off the new record.
All along the tides highway, I saw a small depiction of a soul lost upon that way. Heavy anchors on my feet, have the winds of change flown on by. They've forgotten me, they've forgotten me. Way down low, way down low, waiting talks while the homeless walk. Have the way for Christ like a mason's back, and he scribes it all. The cheetahs win, but at what cost? A fat man lying their designer homes, saying they never lost. Yeah, they've never lost. Way down low, way down low, way down low. Oh, way down low. Way down low, way down low, way down low. Oh, way down low, 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 way down low. Oh, way down low. Recheck my tuning here real quick. Play one off the last record we did called The Wind. This song's called Oh Lord. It's about my hometown too, but just some sadder circumstances. Again, this is called Oh Lord. Tobacco fields of eternal flames. The Lord sure works in mysterious pain. River bends, takes another life. My granny weeps, holds my mother tight. Oh Lord, oh Lord. Amen. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Amen. Oh Lord. $100 bill and you'll get your pay. You passed out high in the driver's seat, burned alive with no one to wash your feet. Oh Lord, oh Lord, amen. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, amen. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, oh Lord, amen. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord, amen. Oh Lord. River bends, takes another life. Granny weeps and holds my mother tight. Thank you, thank you.
All right, folks, great to have you listening with us this evening on Red Barn Radio. Our guest is Eric Bolander. He's here with a fine troupe of players. Seth Murphy playing the cello, Ben Caldwell back there playing drums. He's been here before, so is Seth. And John Ferguson, who I'm meeting, I think, for the first time tonight. John's over there singing great harmony vocals and playing bass. And Ben also singing those vocals. Sounds great.
It's mostly just them. Yeah, I've turned down so low.
Well,
If you guys heard me without them.
no, they are harmonizing on your sweet voice, my man. Yeah, great to have you guys with us here tonight. Hey, Eric, why don't we just go ahead and get right into it? Geez, what have you been doing for the last couple of years? No,
yeah,
oh,
right.
sorry, horrible question to start. No, so it has been a couple of years though since we met.
It has. I think we figured out 2.5, 3 years ago or something.
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
A whole
Yeah.
different world
Math,
we
I don't
lived
know.
in back at that
Yeah,
time.
prehistoric days.
Yeah, are you feeling like
Pre-ademic.
You're that's right, pre-pan. And
Pre-pan.
are you feeling like it was hard
Yes,
during
it's probably
during
the
that?
answer to whatever questions come out of your mouth. Sorry.
Are you feeling? Yeah, I'll play with that one. Did you feel like during that last 2-year period, was it difficult for you to sort of channel thankfulness? Like right now, with this weather coming along,
Sure.
and the masks coming off and things changing, I'm feeling like I'm able to draw on some thankfulness again, remember about so many of the things I'm thankful for. What about you?
Man, I love how you phrase that question. That's beautiful. Like the thankfulness part of it, not just feeling good or happiness. It's like thankfulness. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think probably early on in the original part of the pandemic when almost everything was shut down, we were kind of in our houses or whatever. I'd take my daughter out to Jacobson Park and fly kites or something. So there was like nobody around and something safe we could do outside and just spend that time. So I was very thankful for that. The time I was able to be off work and be with my daughter. But then fast forward, 8, 9, 10 months, and then 1.5 years into not really being able to play music. Fortunately, I'm also a high school art teacher here in town, so I was able to keep my job, but it looked a lot different,
And
working from home.
So was so Ava then went from, she's 5 now, so Ava was 3 then when this all started. What about what was your sort of child care arrangement plan leading up to pandemic, and did that all have to change?
Fortunately, her mom and myself were both teachers, so at the time we were in the house together, and it was like, it was easier because we were home, working from home, so we could just sort of tag team,
Yeah.
Take her Tuesday and Thursday, I'll take her Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or whatever, during the work time when we were Zooming with our classes or, working on our computers and things like that. But it was, schedule wise, it worked out okay, but it was, we were fortunate that we were both home. There's plenty of people that were still out working, and then, they had to figure out their childcare situation.
Yeah,
It's tough for
did
everybody.
Ava miss being with friends, or was she still able to be with some of her?
Not too much, really. Like some family, but close family. Other than that, not a whole lot of other kids. But she definitely loved school, so we were glad that when she started back up at her daycare.
Oh, right.
Yeah, of course we were thankful for that too.
Yeah, right. Right, on her behalf.
Yeah,
So you have family. Your mom lives out there where you grew up, right?
A town called Garrison, Kentucky.
Okay, yeah. Where's Garrison? Tell folks.
So it's you can't get there from here. I've been saying that my whole life, so that's the name of the newest record. But it's northeast Kentucky on the Ohio River. You go from Lexington by way of Fleming County, and you're pretty much there. The double-way highway cuts through it and goes through Greenup and lands in Ashland, Kentucky. So it's not far from Ashland, along the Ohio River.
Okay.
Foothills of the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
It's a really beautiful country.
So eastern Kentucky,
Yeah.
right?
I always say northeast, so people don't think I'm from Pike County, because that's like, the real mountains.
Really? Does it feel that way, that's the real eastern
Not
Kentucky is
really.
south of 64?
Culturally speaking, it's eastern Kentucky. 606.
Huh.
The area code. It's like, I don't know, 606 is like a thing people are kind of proud of, I guess.
I guess
Being
so.
from a certain region.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, Garrison, how would you say, if you had to tell somebody who's never been there before what the defining characteristic of Garrison or even your region is, would you say it's the river?
Yeah, Kinnickinnick Creek cuts through Lewis County. It's really long. It's like not too much. It's like a few miles short of a river. Kinnickinnick cuts through, and the mouth of Kinnickinnick goes into the Ohio River. So it cuts right through Garrison, Kentucky. So
Okay,
I would say that's a real distinguishing piece about Lewis County itself and Garrison specifically.
Okay, so this is a creek that's plenty big enough to canoe on and to fish on and enjoy.
If it's like a real good hard rain, it'll kind of wash out a little bit and be fun to take a canoe down or boat, kayak or something.
Can you tell us about some of the characters? If you were to write a book about your town, tell us about some of the characters in the town where you grew up.
I mean, I could probably just stay within my family, to be honest with you. Yeah, just like I think any kind of like small TV show or like movie you see that includes a small rural town, some of those same characters that are repeated, like Mayberry or whatever, we had some of those characters. We had a guy that had 2 DUIs on a riding lawnmower. I mean, my uncle Buford had a sawmill, and there's just all kinds of shenanigans around the sawmill. It seemed like, the guy that got the DUIs on the lawnmower had taken the mowing deck off the lawnmower, so he just drove around town.
So it's kind of a souped-up machine.
Not even. It just didn't have the mowing deck. It wasn't even like, it did have like a motorcycle motor. It was just the original, Murray or John Deere or whatever it was.
But I mean, when you got the mowing
Oh, well, yeah,
deck on there,
it
you
would
can't
go a
get
little
air.
faster,
You
yeah.
can't get air on it. And,
It'd go a little faster, but yeah, he was a trip. That was, that's definitely one I would write about. And then probably my family and my cousins.
And so your mom is there still. She well?
Yeah, she's doing good.
Good. And so Ava go and spend time with
Oh, yeah.
your mom during the
My
pandemic?
mom's Mamaw. She
Oh,
gets plenty
right.
of time there. And then her other grandmother is Mimi. And then she has a papaw on that side. My dad, unfortunately, he's passed away a long time ago. But I have an older brother and sister, and they're both married. So she's got aunts and uncles on that side.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So she has a
plenty
real
of family that she sees. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's got a strong sense of that place. And
I think so. I think, where her mom's from and where I'm from both, I think she's got a little bit of all of it, And I want that for her because being here in Lexington, we're fortunate to have, a lot of opportunities for a small city. Culturally, it's diverse, opportunities as far as like working jobs when she gets a teenager and things like options. Whereas growing up where I grew up, you drove 45 minutes to go to the movies or Walmart or something,
Huh.
But I'm also on the other side of that coin glad that she gets to go and spend time where I grew up and see like what a small town's like too.
Yeah.
All the beauty from it,
Yeah. When you were growing up, can you remember some of the aspects of your hometown that you really felt like you couldn't leave soon enough?
Well, yeah, drugs.
Really?
Drugs are pretty bad in that region. I mean,
So, and did you feel that already
pills
when you were in
and
high school?
heroin and stuff. Ish. Pretty much, yeah, late high school, junior, senior year. I mean, it was always around, just I didn't pick up on it until then. Then when I moved away and came to Lexington basically a couple years after I graduated high school. So I moved away pretty instantly, and looking back, I started seeing more issues that was more, serious.
So that was really more during the sort of I guess the opioid epidemic
Yeah,
really
that's
isn't
all
gone.
part of it. It's still, well and alive, unfortunately. And then part of my song, "Oh Lord," addresses that. I had a cousin that was killed over a bad drug deal, and things like that. And there's a clinic that was moved in there that were selling scripts for cash and things like that. And it's just, a course of like 10 or 12 years when all those things happen. It was just like, Jesus, when is this going to end? But, we can't, it's like an 8-hour podcast to talk about.
Right, but the
the
answer really
issues
is
there.
that it never
But-
that it hasn't ended. It never did
yeah.
end, and it'll just the repercussions of it are just
Yeah,
going to
totally.
continue
So there's a lot
on.
of folks that are, trying to help out, I think, nowadays, and a lot of movements in West Virginia and Kentucky and Virginia, North Carolina, and Southern Ohio, trying to, so there's some music festivals out there that are raising money for, drug awareness or addiction awareness and addiction help and things like that.
Right, and I guess a lot of the money that came out of those settlements maybe eventually got channeled in
You
some
hope.
direction that
Yeah,
could
you
actually
hope.
help people.
Yeah, totally. Because money is a big part. I mean,
Yeah.
if you barely pay your bills and, your home situation's not the greatest, and you want to escape it. And sometimes the only escape isn't a car, it's in your head. And that's unfortunately happens to folks not, and I'm glad there's some people that are trying to help in that region.
Yeah. What'd your parents do? And
My
in
dad was
that area?
a union carpenter. I think when they met, neither one of them graduated school when they met when they were both teenagers. My dad was maybe 4 years older, I can't remember, but it was, they were like 19 and 15 or something like that. And I think my dad might have been a custodian. I don't know. I have to ask Mom. I can't remember. But he for a hot minute, he was like a custodian. Then he did some maintenance work and then ended up getting into construction and carpentry. My mom was at the house mostly. She raised us and took care of the house. Then she'd work odd jobs and they'd need extra money and babysit. She babysat a whole lot to make extra money.
Did you say there were three of you? You and two
yeah,
siblings?
so I'm the youngest by 8 years. Oops, baby, but my mom won't admit to that. Which I always think's funny. Hope she's listening.
Did
Then my sister and brother. My sister is the sort of middle child, but she's 10 months younger than my brother. So they were like back to back.
growing up with a sister, did that prepare you in any way to be the parent of a daughter?
Oh, to be a girl dad?
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess probably, yeah. My mom and sister, and then my granny who passed somewhat recently. They're all like real strong women, and so I had like real good examples of what strong females should look like and should act like. And then my dad was awesome with my mom, so I grew up having a male role model that would at least treat the woman in the house correctly, without being chauvinistic and just it was just they were equals to each other and they loved each other very much. So I'm thankful for that, to have that. So I think that's probably going to help me be a dad of a girl, because it is different. It's totally different, and who knows what she'll become and who she'll be and all that kind of stuff. So, it's at least I've got a little tiny bit of experience growing up, around women and seeing good examples that I can
have some of that in my back pocket. But other than that, like, you know, once they're teenagers, you never know what they're going to do.
Right. Well, that's right. But also take into account too that Ava has those strong women.
Right on. Oh,
Right?
absolutely. Her mommy and
And-
her grandmothers, like, she's got very, very strong role models for sure.
Yeah. Well, that's great for her.
Yeah.
You know, another strong aspect, right, of this, of having that strong family that you talk about.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Makes me
Family's
feel
always
good
been real
hearing about
important
that.
to me. You know, even friends and like my musician friends, of course, my bandmates and everybody, like it's important to me, you know. I think when you make that connection and have a companionship with someone else, like, it's important to treat it like that. Because you know, you'd want that back, I think.
Yeah. Can you talk about the importance of music in your family?
Yeah, totally. So I wasn't one of those that had like a dad or mom or aunt or somebody that picked in the house all the time. So I grew up as a music fan. There was a huge amount of bluegrass and roots and folk country music all around the region I was in, and my dad would take me out sometimes on weekends and, you know, go hang out with his buddies or something that was playing music. Not very often, but occasionally that would happen. Or I did have an uncle that played, had like a little shed with some instruments in it. So I grew up kind of around it, but just by proxy, not by actual experience. I didn't start playing guitar till I was a little bit older.
Okay, but you had older siblings. So yeah.
Absolutely,
So okay. So and when would that have been? When you were, say, 12 years old? I'm trying to do some math here.
Yeah.
When were you 12?
1992.
Okay, 92. Okay, so then when you were 7, 8, 9, so you had big siblings.
Yeah,
Who were listening to? Were they listening to long hair music?
Oh, absolutely.
Big hair music.
So I had the hair metal, 80s metal.
Oh, big hair.
Rock and roll. You know, I like to call it the T-top rock and roll. And then for my brother mostly. My sister liked that stuff too, but she liked a lot of the pop singers. And then people like Michael Jackson and Prince. And then,
Did you like that?
yeah. Oh, yeah, I did when I was a kid. Yeah, heck yeah. You know, and then I was, you know, my mom and dad loved country and like classic traditional country.
And you
Johnny
did not.
Cash was too rock and roll for my dad. Just put it in perspective. Like Don Williams, you know, that country. But anyway, so I had that too growing up around. But then
That's a lot of stuff.
I was a young teenager in the 90s, so grunge and alternative took over my entire world pretty much for the most part. And I think that was when I like thought, oh, this bluegrass stuff, that's for old people. Now I'm so embarrassed that, you know, I thought that when I was a kid, basically. And then coming back, writing songs later in life, you know, mid-20s or so, looking back on kind of being a kid around some amazing players and amazing richness of music in that region. We used to have a sorghum festival in the fall and close to my aunt's house, and we'd go there and be tons of bluegrass music in the background while you're, you know, playing whatever, you know, pick a number where the goat's gonna poop or something. you know, some crazy awesome backwoods hillbilly games. It was, you know, the fun stuff. You go get a, you know, whatever corn dog and walk around and look at all the stuff. And so that music was always kind of there. I just didn't appreciate it. I've been to Poppy Mountain when I was younger, which is in Moorhead.
Yeah, yeah.
So that whole region, yeah. Tom T. Hall's from Olive Hill, which is
Well,
where
yeah.
I served in the National Guard. I mean, it's rich. You know, Highway 23 almost comes through those counties as well. We're pretty close to that area.
Okay, you've just introduced a whole lot of things for us to talk about. So, but we need to get back to some music. But before
Yes,
we
sir.
do that, I think you do need to tell listeners from other parts of the country, if you wouldn't mind. Could you tell them what sorghum is?
Oh, well,
Uh-oh, you don't know.
I mean, it's like, would you say honey? I don't know.
It's more like, I mean, I would call it more like molasses, but I don't actually know
Yeah,
where
and
sorghum
I would
comes
compare
from.
molasses kind of to honey, I guess. I don't know. Molasses and honey mixed together, that's sorghum.
Well, do any of these assholes know where sorghum comes from?
Anybody? No?
We can have fun with this.
I know.
tonight. It's nice.
Anybody got a smartphone? Look this up. If only we had a way in our pocket to figure these things out.
Hey, let's get back to some more music with Eric Bolander on Red Barn Radio.
All in all, it came straight from the heart. But picture this while you are winning. The thoughts of all can be tamed by an art. And it feels like I've only started. And it feels as if there's no way for us to fall apart. And it feels just like we're back at the start. Time before of useless healing, that was far from being what we got. Laziness, a hopeless feeling, that was far, we had it off now. And it feels like I've only started. And it feels as if there's no way for us to fall apart. And it feels, yeah, that I'm working harder. And it feels just like we're back at the start. And it feels like I've only started. And it feels as if there's no way for us to fall apart. And it feels, yeah, that I'm working harder. And it feels just like we're back at the start. Thank you, thank you. Get my ear back on. So we'll play another one off the Win record. So I do write a lot of sad songs. One would think maybe I am a very sad person, but I'm a pretty happy person day to day. It's just kind of my way to, I guess, journal and get it out. This song's about heartbreak. It's called Maybe I. Maybe I walk across that line, leave it all behind, had another chance at goodbye. Maybe if I would stop drinking, love the time, I can't explain. Maybe I never should have lied, just told the truth about what I tried to hide. Sure don't know what I was thinking when I threw it all away. So many years in the making, like a damn fool of play. The game is almost over. Hate to see you walk away. On my own path now. Hope to see you again someday. Oh, I got all these songs to show what I'm saying. Yeah, it can be wrong. I can't explain. Maybe I will walk across that line, leave it all behind. Had another chance, goodbye.
Thank you. Road is long and out of touch. Never minded all that much. I guess I beat you to that punch. I guess I beat you to that punch. Time's got a hold on me, won't let go. Won't let go. Never mind what I say. You understand when you get that way. My soul is dead, there ain't no hope. My soul is dead, there ain't no hope. Time's got a hold on me, won't let go. Won't let go. I'm in comfort now. Somehow I'm in trouble now. Let me go. Oh, let me go. Won't let go.
Before I tell you about what we have coming up next on Red Barn Radio, remember this: Red Barn live streams, both tonight's and on any Wednesday, remain available online for you to view at your convenience on the Red Barn YouTube channel. Our live video stream is also available on the weku.org website, as is our audio stream, compliments of WGAD.net in Central New York. Don't miss a single episode of our program, and be sure, come on, tell your friends what you like about Red Barn Radio. Red Barn Radio, listen to the live. All right, our guest next week is Sean Benfield and his band. One could call this music Americana, but that would be a little ho-hum and narrow it down far too much. Whether you're fans of the quirkiness of the David Rawlings Machine, the down deep of the late Justin Townes Earle, or the grind and growl of Drive-By Truckers, we think you're going to enjoy the offerings Sean Benfield brings forth with his band. Sean was here during recent years, and we were really intrigued by what he had to say and what he had to sing about. This time he's back with a full band, and I think some folks we've not met yet before here. I'm looking forward to this. You should too. That's Sean Benfield next time on Red Barn Radio. And now let's get back to tonight's Red Barn Radio program. We welcome you live on our social media platforms, broadcasting from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the grand city of Lexington, Kentucky. Please welcome back Eric Bolander to the Red Barn stage.
Thank you. Shout out to Sean. We played a couple shows with that guy. He's great. Here's a title track off our last record, The Wind. White on the wind, blow me away. White on the wind, blow me down. Tried and tested along the way. Wanna contest? I'm here to stay. Yeah. White on the wind, blow me away. White on the wind, blow me down. I can't see past all the trees. Why don't this wind blow me away? Oh, blow me away. Away. White on the wind, blow me away. White on the wind, blow me down. You seem so invested. It's here today. One uncontested. I'm here to stay. White on the wind, blow me away. White on the wind, Thank you, thank you. Get to listen to the tuning sensation of Eric Bolander. He's a phenom on that tuner.
I thought that was gonna all we ever have if we put away that banjo.
You thought Billy Strings was good at tuning a guitar. Luckily, wood instruments love humidity. There's another one that's older. It's on my first full-length record. It's called Do It Right. Leaving on a Sunday, gotta go and get paid, gotta make sure, get my fill. Think I'm swimming one day, drowning by Friday, need once more, find my thrill. Oh, you're damned if you do, damned if you do it right. Don't wanna hold you down, wanna hold you tight. Make things the right way. I know it's a long stay, but I believe it'll be alright. Maybe this time around I have my feet on the ground, know for sure it'll be alright. Oh, you're damned if you do, damned if you do it right. Don't wanna hold you down, wanna hold you tight. Oh, and you're damned if you do, and you're damned if you do it right. I don't wanna hold you down, wanna hold you tight.
there a bar here? Sorry, Mom. We did a filming for a video for this next song up at the Shawshank Prison, Ohio State Reformatory, which is a prison made famous in the movie Shawshank Redemption. So we got a chance to go up there and do that. Unfortunately, Morgan Freeman never returned my emails, so he couldn't make it. But it's a song called Ghost. Heavy load on my mind, letting go one more time. I can't see it behind my back. Can't believe it as I unpack. And now these go behind my wall, won't let go me running down the hall. Ladies and gentlemen, on the cello, Mr. Seth Murphy. And now these goes behind my wall. It won't let go of me running down the hall. Heavy load on my mind, letting go one more time.
Good tune. That's beautiful. Beautiful tune.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So you get to a point where you are in your music, Eric, and I imagine there are a lot of folks who would really like to play with you. And I wonder if you could talk a little bit about the people that you like to play with.
Well, I just got these guys off Craigslist this morning.
Oh.
I'm thankful for that.
I love that Craigslist. Facebook Marketplace also.
Is that even a play? Is Craigslist even a thing anymore? Sorry, I got sidetracked. So yeah, on my left, Mr. Seth Cello Murphy. Yeah. Directly behind me on the drums and vocals, Mr. Ben Buck Caldwell.
But
To my right on the keys and bass and Beach Boy backing vocals, Mr. John Ferguson.
all right.
So these guys all play in other bands, and Ben and myself actually played in a hard rock metal band years ago together. So
What was it called?
kind of came full circle. Modern Day Relic.
All right.
Yeah. So it's a little heavier than this stuff. There's no cello in that music.
All right. So
But,
I did. So I actually did want you to drill into that question a little bit about, like what are the kind of people that you like to work with? You're not a guy who just wants to get a bunch of people together and tell them all what to do. You want to collaborate and do some interesting stuff. Talk about that.
I had a good friend years ago. Well, it was my best friend Kev. He'd been in bands all through when we were kids. And we've known each other since middle school age. And his high school bands, I would go see him or go, hang out and crash their practices or whatever. And
And even though I wasn't trying to play, I learned a little bit about being in a band. And one thing that he told me was, you know, it doesn't matter how good the person can perform as long as you can vibe with that person. If you have like some chemistry with them personally, then all the other things can kind of work itself out, you know, because most likely you're jamming with people that are competent enough, proficient enough to be in your band at some point. At that point, if you don't get along, what's the point? You know, you just can't have a live show. I really believe in that. I can tell. I feel like I can tell when you see really, really fake things, and not to downplay that. It's, you know, a way for musicians to make money.
Yeah,
but
sure.
They're just not invested in that chemistry. I feel like it's felt to some people. Maybe not all music fans, but I think to some music fans you can feel it.
Yeah.
You know, if they're not together.
So has it ever been the case for you that you have sort of learned to develop a connection with someone on the stage musically who you didn't necessarily vibe with, sort of on a social and personal level?
Yeah. There's one thing, I guess, maybe it's true for vocalists too, but I can tell you right now, good drummers don't ever know what it's like to be in a band with a person who's not a good drummer. That's a very and no disrespect to any instrument and any other talent, but for me, for rock, Americana, roots, anything with a drum kit and hard percussion that kind of sets the tone of the song and the music, they should be your best performer live. Even if they're not the most technically sound, they should be the most solid live performer. And Ben's pretty awesome at that. So once you get that down, your other players fall into play, and then you can go back and forth with each other because you trust what's behind you. And when that goes awry, shoo, buddy, everything does, you know.
Yeah.
I'm bad at guitar as it is, let alone standing in front of a poor drummer. I'm even worse, you know. So I guess for me, you know, that is important, but then the chemistry part has to be, you know, if it's 1A, then the chemistry part's 1B, I guess.
Yeah.
Have to have that. So in the past, we've, you know, other bands that I've been in went through other drummers, you know. I said Ben was in that metal band with us. Well, he was like drummer number 4 by the time he came along, you know. We stole him from another band, so.
So you're a school teacher by profession also, so you have sort of two parallel professions.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and so I guess I'm wondering if you could reflect a little bit upon the teachers in your life. Did you ever have a music teacher?
I didn't. I took choir my senior year because my girlfriend was in that class. Mm-hmm. And then I found out I had to sing at graduation. And I was like, what? You know, I was that kid. I was such a turd in high school.
Really?
Yeah, I really was. I'm sorry to all my teachers. I hope somebody's listening.
Really? Were you that way?
I was just a turd. That's the best way of saying it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ornery, as my mom would say. Ornery.
Because you wanted school to be
bad.
done. You wanted to get back on the football field.
I
you
had
wanted
football.
sports.
Yeah, I had football that kept me kind of honest. I was like a low B, C average kid all the way until senior year, and I was like, oh yeah, college. So then I had to, had to really do all the things my freshman, sophomore, junior teachers were trying to tell me to do, and then, buckle down a little bit.
But it's not like you didn't have a teacher; you had a coach. So what was your?
Yeah.
What about your football coach? Was he a good teacher?
Yeah, oh yeah, he was
What
a
did
big
he teach
mentor
you?
of mine.
Yeah, what did he teach
He
you?
was PE health teacher, and he was awesome. Yeah, he was great at connecting with kids, and especially like in the sports area. And his brother was my middle school coach, so it was like a family affair, small town type stuff. And they were both big mentors of mine as a teenager for sure. Coming up, 'cause I wasn't into art. Like I said, I was a music fan, just not, by proxy of other people. I'd sing at home by myself, and my mom thought I could sing, but everybody's mom thinks she can sing. I just didn't have sort of the gumption or the brave, the confidence, I guess I should say, to try to really sing somewhere. But high school choir, like this senior year, she made me do a few things, so it got me out of my shell a little bit. So then when I started playing guitar, basically my freshman year of college, started playing and singing a little bit, but not in front of people. That didn't come until I was like 25. It's kind of weird to think about that way.
Yeah, it is.
Which was only 2 years ago. So,
Right. So also weird to think about, though, is all the folks who would call themselves high school turds who end up then being school teachers.
Yeah.
And which is what you are now. And
Yeah.
so do you feel like your recollections of yourself as a turd helps you to connect with some of the kids?
Although,
maybe?
yes,
Of course,
John, he's here on the crew. I taught him.
we got a turd right on the
There
chair
you
over
go.
there.
Yeah, oh, most definitely. I tell the kids they're quick, but I'm quicker. Come on, I mean, there's just different types of people become different types of teachers. So,
Yeah.
there's plenty of teachers there that took academics serious since they were probably 4 years old, and that was how they were their entire life, and that's how they approach it. And then there was me,
Right, to connect with those other
landed
kids.
in there in a different way. So now, yeah, totally, it helps. It absolutely helps because I bring a different perspective. I grew up in a different place than here, and got that to offer for both right and wrong ways to do things or say things, and then also just being kind of ornery and floating by high school instead of really applying myself those first 3 years for sure. Like I can be like, hey, listen, I wasn't far from where you're at, and to like a freshman to say to speak. Somebody that's failing some classes or just not really doing their work in other areas, trying to mentor as much as I can. Sometimes you can't.
Yeah. Can you? Do you think you could sort of articulate your sort of philosophy of teaching? How you approach students in terms of the way that they approach, for instance, your subject material.
Yeah. I feel like I'm back in grad school again.
Yeah?
It's like a total grad school question. It's great. Yeah, no, I mean, I teach, most of the people in my department, we teach our visual arts classes like it's a college setting to a degree within age appropriateness and, a little more, I guess, rules. But yeah, we're laid back. We're a project oriented class and try to let kids have time to experiment and, figure some things out and make something, creative. So it is very rewarding, especially when, you have a chunk of those kids that really take it seriously. That's a lot of fun when you see your kids like working through an idea, because it doesn't matter what you make. If you build a house, write a song, do a painting, you're going through a process and you're problem solving from the time a pencil touches paper to the time that you turn it in or present it or hang it in a gallery. That whole process, like you're problem solving the entire time. It's one of the most unique things, I think, being a creative person, is that when you're creating that thing, whatever it might be, you're constantly churning ideas in your head. You're constantly answering questions. It's why a lot of like business side of things and CEOs are asking creative questions in interviews now, like for the last couple decades, because they realize that's a different type of critical thinking. I mean, a word math problem's great and it's very useful, but also, how can you build stretchers for a painting, prime the canvas, sketch your idea, draw it on the canvas, paint it, finish it, I mean, it's good to connect with, kind of share that passion and also connect and mentor some of the kids that are really, looking to do that later in life.
And so you came to understand that idea of process in art and creativity as a visual artist before you came to understand how that works as a musical artist?
100% correct. So
Yeah.
I was in art school at UK. I was a BFA student studying painting, and then I double majored in art ed. So had a lot of the kind of different things going on in the art field, art education field and things, and then had kind of those mentors around me talking about process and critical thinking and all that as I'm learning to play guitar and just kind of singing in a closet somewhere or whatever. But I think all that just sort of built up for me. So when I actually started writing some songs in, say, my mid-20s, I had a little bit of an idea of creating something from scratch to finish, even though it wasn't the same medium. But, yeah. I don't know. I kind of see songs, too. Like when I write, like I hear it in melody, but like melody's my strength as far as songwriting. But also kind of visualize like an artistic, not like a scene or something from a movie, just sort of like imagine if it's a sketch or painting, what would this look like? Or if it's a photo or video, like what is this looking like as well, I think.
Huh.
I don't know.
You arrange the harmonies for these tunes?
Absolutely not.
No? Really? Do you rely
That's like
on
the
your
running
vote?
joke. Yeah, I'm a true lead guy because, like I said, melody's my strength, writing and my strength playing. I can hear that melody and lock in on it, but like they're not even really in my monitors because if I hear them more than I hear myself, volume wise,
Truly?
I might follow them. Yeah.
Okay, so if some guy's singing a melody, you're not going to be the person to lay the right harmony on it. You don't hear it right away.
If I worked with someone like John or Ben, somebody that does it really well, and
Yeah.
they've learned it, learn how to do it in different ways or whatever, I could probably invest time and be okay at it. But
I'm sure you could, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I definitely don't have a natural. Like if we're woodshedding a song, those two will figure out a harmony by the time we've ran it 2 or 3 times, And so, I mean, a lot of times we'll go, into doing scratch tracks without even knowing exactly what the harmonies are going to be, and they figure it out. So definitely all the props go to them.
Well, that's...
I do enjoy the compliment, but I'm definitely the lesser part of the compliment as far as the harmonies go.
So when you're putting together your tunes, how interested are you in sort of like what is out there now that is catching people's ear and what's trending? Do you want to write a hit, or do you really care about any of that stuff?
Man, that's a scaffold question. It's like on the surface level, I don't care. In the sense that it does not directly influence, and I'm talking like trend or what's hot or what people want to hear. However, I can't say that doesn't indirectly influence some songs you write, and I think most artists, if they're honest publicly, they would probably agree with that. However, I know there are people that hear something that's kind of hot at the moment. They're like, oh man, I want to do that. And they sit down and they actively try to do that. And there's merit to that. That's not something I do. I take all influences from things that are like, not just the stories and things that go into my songs, but like sonically, the bands I love, I mean, we write Americana, rootsy, country kind of music, but, Deftones are my favorite band. And they're a heavier band, and I love old school Metallica and, 90s hip hop. I'm across the board. I really like a lot of different types of stuff, and I listen to a lot of different stuff. So I feel like if I were to make a playlist of like one song from every genre I like, it'd still be, 20 songs almost, And I think that influences me more than what is hot right this second. Like, oh man, everybody loves this artist, so I'm going to try to like write a song like them. But I'm not going to say that artist doesn't influence me if I do like him.
Yeah.
Because that's very true.
So you talked about the importance of the drummer in your music. Does Ben listen to a lot of different music too, Ben? That I guess it's the question for you. I shouldn't ask him to answer a question that you can answer
Ben,
yourself.
Please, go ahead.
No, Ben. Do you? Do you listen to a lot of different kinds of music, Ben, and a lot of different kinds of drummers, or do you listen mostly to Americana music?
No, I listen to a huge variety of stuff. I mean, anyway, like he said, we grew up in the 90s, so, I was in the grunge movement, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, STP. I went to college, I went to Moorhead, and I really got into classical. I mean, on the way to work every morning, I'm listening to classical music. It's relaxing. I do listen to some Americana, some old country. I used to like the old R&B stuff back in the 90s. That's where I got all my vocal stuff,
Boys to Man.
Got a favorite drummer? Favorite couple drummers?
Man, that's hard.
3, 4?
I mean, obviously, John
10.
Bonham's in there, Neil Peart.
Huh.
Was a big fan of Mike Portnoy when he was with Dream Theater. It was sad to see him go.
Huh.
But,
Sorry.
yeah, that's about
I'm sorry. I can't. I'm not making eye contact with you, so I'm I'm not sure if you're in mid thought or if you're just. I wasn't sure if you were looking up and with your finger on your cheek like this.
I think it's a little bit of both.
a little bit of both. Yeah.
Very nice. Hey, thanks, Ben. Hey, I wonder, John, if we wouldn't, just because I hate that you would leave tonight and we wouldn't have had a chance to talk to you just briefly. Tell us about you and where your training comes from.
I'm from Owensboro, Kentucky, and
Okay.
came up here to Lexington in the mid-'90s, and
Why'd you come here?
went to school at UK.
Okay.
Just came to the big city, and I fell in love with it, and started playing in bands a long time ago here in Lexington. And Eric and I were neighbors, next door neighbors, and so that's how we met here in Lexington. I guess he lived there for a few years before we even kind of got to meet each other, but he just happened to be my neighbor, and we started working on some home recordings and working on some of his demos. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, what do you do by day? Do you sleep and then just play music at nighttime, or what,
No,
what else do you do?
I'm a full-time student. I'm still at UK 25 years later, and went back to
Lifelong
school.
learner.
So I'm a graduate student there in the School of Social Work.
Oh, all right. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to meet you, and we sure have enjoyed all that you've been adding to the
Thank
palette
you.
tonight. Yeah, it's been very nice. Yeah. Folks, we have Eric Bolander on. I'd love to talk with you for forever and more, but we'll have more chances to talk, I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, really nice to spend time with you guys.
Seth just talks with Vio's cello.
I know he does.
It's the band rule. It's in our contract.
Well, oh, what did you just say, Seth? What was that? What was that? All right, let's welcome back Eric Bolander to Red Barn Radio.
Pour myself another glass of bourbon. Try to wash away all this hurt. Things cross my mind for certain. All the memories left behind that old curtain. Will it go down smooth? As the one thing I thought I'd never lose. It seems so far from ending. I can't keep pretending that it's you. Oh no. Will it grow into a habit? Something I don't need, but gotta have it. Why can't we just pretend that this thing won't ever end? But it's through. I know it's through. I know it's through. Driving down this long, lonesome highway. See the same old signs every other day. Favorite spot really isn't on my way. Think I'll swing on by for a drink anyway. Will it go down smooth as the one thing I thought I'd never lose? It seems so far from ending. I can't keep pretending that it's you. Oh no. Will it grow into a habit? Something I don't need, but gotta have it. Why can't we just pretend that this thing won't ever end? But it's through. I know it's through.
Thank you much. Let's turn it to about 40. All right, here's another one off the new record. This one goes out to my best buddy, Kevin. Came into this world with wonder. It'll stay with me till I leave. More than such a sense of hunger, more than you can believe. Will it stay with you, I wonder? Will it grow into the sun? I don't ever know the answer. Out here on the run, out here on the run. As I've grown a little older, set my mind at ease. Seems as though you've grown colder, more than you will believe. Will it stay with you, I wonder? Will it grow into the sun? I don't ever know the answers. Out here on the run, take it to out here on the run. Whoa, I can feel it. It's gonna rain today. Whoa, gonna need it. Wash away all the pain. Will it stay with you, I wonder? Will it grow into the sun? I don't ever know the answers. Out here on the run, take it to the heart and wonder, where did I come from? You don't ever know the answers. Out here on the run, out here on the run. Came into this world with wonder. It'll stay with me till I leave. What's that? Oh, I would love to do another take on that one.
Well, yeah. Why don't you move forward
Yeah.
and then come back and do it after that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I please do another take on that one? Bless your heart. Try not to screw up this time, boys.
And you call us the a-holes.
That was all me. It's all good. Band who laughs together, I guess they stay together. Good. Came into this world with wonder. Stay with me till I leave. Had a raging sense of hunger, more than you can believe. Will it stay with you, I wonder? Will it grow into the sun? I don't have all the answers. Out here on the run, out here on the run. As I've grown a little older, set my mind at ease. Seems as though you've grown colder, more than you will believe. Will it stay with you, I wonder? Will it grow into the sun? I don't have all the answers. Out here on the run, out here on the run. Whoa, I can feel it. It's gonna rain today. Whoa, we're gonna need it. Wash away all the pain. Will it stay with you, I wonder? Will it grow into the sun? I don't have all the answers. Out here on the run, take it to the heart and wonder, where did I come from? You don't have all the answers. Out here on the run, out here on the run. Came into this world with wonder. It'll stay with me till I leave. Thank you. So as serious and sad as some of my songs, occasionally I write a really silly song that sounds really serious. This is on the new record. It's called Magic Moon. It's kind of about Sasquatch. He's on a space pontoon with the moon in tow. He doesn't know what to do, where to go. He's just trying to live his whole life in search of hope, in search of hope. He sees all of the signs no one believes. He just wants them to know what it is he sees. He's just trying to lead his own life in search of hope. climbed so high, his mind left his feet. Don't be in a hurry to die, the journey's yet complete. He's just trying to lead his whole life, such a such a love. He's just trying to lead his whole life in search of love, search of love, search of love.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Wow, well, there are so many people to thank for our program. First, Eric Bolander and his band, our guest this evening. We are ever grateful for our volunteers and staff who make our production happen so beautifully each week. That's John and Matt and Kate and Forrest and Melinda and Eric, and of course our producer, Mr. Ed Commons. We want to thank our enthusiastic and appreciative studio audience tonight, and we thank all of you for listening to our webcast, watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and those listening to us on the Red Barn network of stations and media worldwide. It's thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU. Hey, those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, you got to be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. Now, if you stick around long enough, sometimes we can get another tune out of the band, and I think they're warming up for something now. Let's welcome back Eric Bolander and his band to the Red Barn stage.
it all to the limit, let the course be run. I can see it'll make or break me, damn it, I'm done. Hold me closer to the setting sun. Hold me, darling, I can't stay. I've been running from this chain, 'cause the darkness is creeping all over my soul. Hold me closer to that flame, to that flame. To that flame. Think you know if I pull that trick, didn't hear from the one, I could say it'll make a believer, hero or not. Pull me closer to the setting sun. Hold me, darling, I can't stay. I've been running from this chain, 'cause the darkness is creeping all over my soul. Hold me closer to that flame, to that flame. To that flame. Hold me, darling, I can't stay. I've been running from this chain, 'cause the darkness is creeping all over my soul. Hold me closer to that flame. Hold me, darling, I can't stay. I've been running from this chain, 'cause the darkness is creeping all over my soul. Hold me closer to that flame, to that flame. To that flame. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Eric. That's all for our show for this week, folks. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide, though, as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. And you can also listen to archive performances on Spotify and iTunes. And you can watch mountains of video on the Red Barn Radio YouTube channel. That's mountains of video. Remember, every like, comment, share, and subscribe helps bring Roots Music Southern Style to your neck of the woods. Hey, and finally this, if any of our featured artists are performing in your area, go out and hear them live. Get up and shake that moneymaker on the dance floor. These guys need you now more than ever. From all of us here at Red Barn Radio now to all of our friends worldwide, keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night from Red Barn Radio.